All right, let's dive right into it. Call me CQ. I'm from WTF Nation Radio, kind of military news media company. Very excited to talk to you guys about pools. I mean, it's such a wild, adrenaline fueled concept. It's pool hopping across a college town. For each of you, I'm curious, what was it about this story that kind of hooked you?
I'll let them answer. This one's more for them, right?
Yeah, not for everybody,
Yeah.
but yeah.
Yeah.
I would say it was just how tenderly that Sam had taken the care to write these people. They felt so real and human, and they had so many little intricacies to them. Yeah, I mean it's always a gift when you get like a three-dimensional character in your inbox and it doesn't feel like just a piece of paper. Yeah, and then arriving onto set and seeing how much passion that he had, all of his little playlists and stuff. I mean, you can't help but want to be a part of that.
Yeah, I would say the tonal balance between comedy and drama is always something that I'm looking for and I'm excited, because you can just show so many layers of yourself. And then that combined with pool hopping, which is something I did as a kid as well. And then the fact that we're shooting in Chicago, where I also grew up, to be able to go make a movie in your hometown and get to see your family, because I mean most of us, right, have all left home around 18 or whatever it may be, and we don't get those. That was the longest I had spent in Chicago since summer in college, and so the fact that at work and friends got to come together to take me there, that was really special. What drew me to the story was, I mean, yeah, I wrote it for not my hometown, but my home area. Yeah, I wanted to make something about pool hopping that I thought would be a perfect setting for a coming of age film that would, feel like some of my favorite movies, like John Hughes movies that he shot in the same area, or like The Graduate. I wanted to make something that felt like that. And then I felt like pool hopping was the perfect premise, and that there was something really beautiful and magical and sort of spiritual about like a pool late at night. They often go unused. And so I don't see any harm in, borrowing the pool for a little bit.
The film blends, this chaotic comedy, really deep emotional beats. How do you balance that, right? The wild energy with the vulnerable moments.
The balancing worked in the script, and then once you get, and that's a process of sort of you gotta sculpt it and hone it in until it's there, until it feels right and it feels even enough, and it feels like balance. And then you shoot it, and then you put it into the edit, and it's like, oh gosh, it starts to feel so out of balance, because it's like you put the script into reality, because it carries both of those tones and needs to balance that. It's not just a drama or just a comedy. It made the edit process a lot trickier and take a lot longer. The initial edit, I spent a year in post, and then I had a bunch of time with it because we weren't able to sell it because the industry was shut down due to the strike. And so then I had more time to really look at it and then go back into the edit. And I did like a whole second pass on music and sound, helped even the tone and sort of figure things out a lot. And then I did a whole nother pass of actually just editing it and, paring it down, cutting things, changing some things, a long process of feeling it out.
And for the cast, balancing the comedy and the drama and the depth.
Yeah, I think just honoring the writing, he makes it easy when it's well written. I'm always looking for the humor in every situation, so there was a lot to mine, but I'm also looking for the truth. As long as we were honoring his writing, and we just kind of trusted being in his hands that he would take care of us in the edit, there were times where we could go as ridiculous as we wanted, and we knew that we'd be protected. I'm a big fan of doing takes that give the editor and the director a lot of different options, right? Like it's probably a lot of work editing scenes that I'm in, but you're also going to get surprised and have a lot of different options to cut whatever kind of movie or scene you want, because we don't know what's truthful unless we're in the moment shooting it, and then you don't know what's going to be the best outcome until you're in the edit. So we just honoring the writing he made it easy for us. That's the truth. Thanks.
Francesca, anything for you?
No, I agree with him.
All right, well, there we go. For you then, Francesca, when you're in an ensemble cast like this, what do you hope that like audiences walk away thinking about your character in particular?
I mean, I think a lot of young girls will relate to what Jane goes through, kissing a boy and being rejected and feeling very alone and very unvalued, not having any worth. And I think it was really beautiful and totally a testament to Sam that he could reach into the depths of his soul and find this person. Being in that moment, it just felt so natural and vulnerable and honest and real. And working with Odessa, she's just so like, where she's right there with you and she feels very human. And acting with her sometimes just felt like breathing, because it was like I didn't have to think about what I was saying. Kudos to Sam on those words and on those characters. But it was really easy to step into her body and feel so sad for her. And I don't know, I really like Shane a lot. I think she's really sweet.
Awesome. And Sam, directing your first feature is a real trial by fire. What's the biggest lesson you learned that you'll kind of carry on into your next project?
I think when you first set out to direct something, you think, okay, I have to control everything. You're like, oh, I'm the controller. I'm and the truth is, no, your job is not to control everything at all. Your job is to, guide the ship, steer the ship. You're the rudder. Your job is to empower everyone else's strengths. And your job, just as much as your job is to have a vision, a strong vision, your job is also to listen and be open and adaptable to what you're finding and the reality of what you're given, whether it's on set or in the edit, whatever it is. It's definitely like a sort of judo sort of situation where you want to like be like water, so to speak, and be able to flex and move and still get where you're going. So I'd like to continue learning to do that better and better.
Okay. And as we wrap up, let's do a fun one here. If you could pool hop into anyone's backyard pool, who would it be? I'm curious, all of you.
I mean, I have
God.
immediately.
Go ahead.
Do it.
Well, I have a question. Is that an Overwatch helmet behind you?
That's Halo and Iron Man and a bunch of Marvel and a bunch of video game comic book stuff. Yeah, I'm a huge nerd.
Me too. Jeff Bezos. I would rob him.
Okay. All right. Who else?
Oh,
What do you
man.
think, Michael?
I don't know, man, because it's different. Because it's like I'm jumping in their pool. I'm not really spending any time with them. I'm just kind of in the water that maybe they have sex in every now and then.
Oh my gosh.
So it's kind of a hard one. It's like who's like bodily fluids do I want to be swimming in? I don't know, man. I don't know. I've never actually thought about it. Honestly, I would like to jump into one of those above ground. Like we jumped into so many nice pools that, when we were pool hopping as a kid, we were jumping into above ground circular pools. And anybody who had those knows that you can create like an amazing whirlpool if you just got all your buddies going around and around until you can't fight the current. And that was some of my favorite pool hopping as a kid. So I would go into like the more middle class neighborhoods, like where Michael the AC repairman lives, and I'd be hopping into those people's pools.
I like it. Sam, what about you?
I don't know why the first person that popped into my head was Shaquille O'Neal. Maybe it's because I think I saw him in an airport recently, but he was far away. Hard to tell. But I feel like he would have a good time with it. I feel like he'd just come and join the fun,
Last one word answer. What is Pools? Why should people watch it? Your thought when you think of Pools, the movie.
Fun. Boom.
That's exactly what I was gonna say. But I would say let's go with deep. And that could mean a lot of things, including how deep the pools are.
Outstanding. Sam, what
I'm
about
gonna
you?
I'm gonna go with refreshing.
Hey,
That's what I hope it is.
Very good. Awesome. Thank
Yeah.
you guys so much. I'm looking forward to everybody seeing Pools. It's incredible. You guys did an amazing job and look forward to all your future stuff.
thanks,
Thanks,
CQ.
Hello! Over here! Hey!
One more absence and you'll be expelled. If you just put your head down, if you just put your head down.
Do you know anyone who has a pool? Meet me there at midnight. Bring swimsuit.
Okay, whose pool is this?
It's unclear, but the water belongs to Mother Earth. My last night of freedom before I have to go and join the real world forever.
If I get anything in my record, I'm not getting into med school, and it's all gonna be a waste.
Okay, well, you'd always have this moment where you wasted it all.
I know. You've been through some tough stuff.
What makes you think tomorrow exists?
There will be tomorrow.
At that point, it'll just be another today, and you'll still be thinking about some tomorrow.
I think we should all quit while we're ahead.
Even if you don't get caught, you're just gonna get expelled from school.
What's wrong with me?
You ever think maybe nothing's wrong with you? Maybe it's all happening for a reason?
What am I doing?
I don't know who you used to be. I only know you right now. And I can see the person desperately trying to burst out of you.
Are you really gonna steal a Ferrari?
I'm not stealing. I'm borrowing. It's freeing.
But free.
Free's happy.
It's so unclear. I wouldn't even know where to start.
How about right now?